Hello, 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 hello. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel Indian Jori. Today we have a guest, the table toppers potentially. Now Abhi the second pe hai, but I think it was a long time in wait for the title, and for me, I personally believe it should go to Arsenal. So this is a preview stream for Arsenal versus Newcastle. Arsenal would be hosting Newcastle United. A huge gap of 28 points. Arsenal sitting second in the table and Newcastle at 14. 28 points ka gap hai, but this match is a pivotal in this title race. So we have a guest, an Arsenal fan, KV Bhai. Welcome to the stream.
Hey guys, thank you so much for having me. Absolutely. I think you described it really well. Pivotal game in the title race. Crucial. I think अगर मैं क्योंकि मैं उस दिन न्यूकासल का मैच देख रहा था. I was watching their game against Bournemouth when they were playing you at St James's Park. I saw a lot of encouraging signs from Newcastle. I think that अगर उनका defensive थोड़ा सा proactive रहता, then it is possible that they would not have conceded that last goal. Kya haal hai Piyush man? What's up? Congratulations, by the way. Again, congratulations on being top of the table. But I mean, Osula looked really good in that game. Osula ka jo turn tha, the way that he scored that goal, the way that he managed to keep the defender on his back and finish the ball despite having a lot of pressure. So I feel that aisa nahi hai that this is just going to be a walk in the park. But I feel in this game, there is going to be a lot of वो जो pressure था ना Arsenal पे of being on top of the table. I think a little bit of that pressure has been elevated by the fact that Manchester City and Arsenal are now on parity. So I feel that वो जो concern, nervousness, and that chill down your spine, I think that has gone a little bit. I think for me also as a person that after that Manchester City game ended and after they got 3 points against Burnley, it's sort of like this was going to happen sooner or later. So I feel that now strategically what's important for Arteta is ki dekho, you don't have any other option, but you have to score goals. You don't have any other option. You can't sit back defensively. You can't say that we have the best defense in the league and we can see this game out. वो point approach नहीं हो सकती match के लिए anymore. That is out of the window. The same approach that they had against Manchester City, the number of chances that they created against Manchester City, I feel that that is the approach that they need to take, and they need to convert their chances. Very important, more important than anything else. I think City के against जो हमने chances create करी थी, I think there were 2 chances for Kai Havertz. There was 1 chance for Eze, and I think there were a couple of chances here and there. But
And there was one
overall,
of
I
the
feel
last
that
chance, like wo jo header miss hua Kai Havertz ka.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah. हाँ वही.
yeah.
Oh, I feel that that was important. I think Havertz cannot be missing those kind of chances. It is exactly those kind of chances जिसकी वजह से वो टीम में है. And अगर वो crucial games में crucial moments पे ऐसे chances miss कर रहा है, then he is of no value, right? I mean, you need to score those goals. Just like Erling Haaland took his chance against Gabriel, despite Gabriel literally hounding Erling Haaland during that tussle they had inside the box. Haaland still won that duel and managed to finish and get 3 points for his team in a crucial match at a crucial time. And that is what you expect from your forwards to do. So City were able to do that thanks to Erling Haaland because he's very efficient, especially when it comes to these big games. He's very efficient, and he's not shy, and he's not nervous, or he's not concerned about anything else. He's there for a fight. He's there to win the game, and that is what you need from your forwards. And I think that we need to start doing that.
So, KB, from my perspective, I think this game is a blessing in disguise for Arsenal, first of all, because Newcastle is in immense pressure. Eddie Howe is in immense pressure. We have a very pathetic form. Pichle 7 matches, I think we have just won 2. Rest, we have lost everything. And the manner of lose, what I believe is, matlab, aap football खेले हो, so I don't know if you would you would agree to me or not. Losing a game is okay, but manner of lose is a differentiate factor. You have to show up the behaviors. Not showing up on the field is the worst thing. जो पिछला मैच हम हारे हैं, Newcastle player didn't showed up. This is what I felt. And the second best thing what happened to Arsenal yesterday was the GD मतलब Burnley ने goal concede नहीं किया एक से ज़्यादा. So that was the second best thing for Arsenal point of view. But how you see that? आपने Bournemouth का game देखा. Our players were like showing no intention, no running. Tonali was only the guy despite having a rumors of transfer request. आई डोंट नो, इट वाज अ कैप्टेंसी आर्मबैंड इफेक्ट और समथिंग. वही बंदा इधर उधर प्रेस कर रहा है, भाग रहा है, इधर उधर देख रहा है, nobody is showing up on the field. So this was very disappointing for me. So how you see that? Did you observe that or not for Newcastle
I
players?
saw Newcastle making an effort, in the sense, especially from the right hand side, they were making inroads in the game. Uh, I felt that Tonali was important. Of course, he was. I felt that thought about Lewis Smiley was also had a decent game, not the best, but defensively they looked like कि मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा pressing नहीं है. They weren't really attacking the ball that much. They were a bit clueless about their own positioning कि कौन कहाँ पर है, which is what allowed Bournemouth to create that space. Now, when I say ghosting, वो अभी एक comment आया था about ghosting in big games. I think Haaland का comment maybe not for big games, but I think it's more against Arsenal that he always shows up. He always has this habit of scoring against Arsenal, so he always turns up against Arsenal. And in the last few seasons, Arsenal versus City has been that match. तो मैं उसके बारे में basically बात कर रहा था. Not maybe not every single big game, but games against Arsenal, especially, he turns up. So that is what I was saying. But speaking of Newcastle ke performances, the performance that I saw was against Bournemouth. Usse pehle, I know that you guys have not had a very good record, and I feel that I don't know whether that will play in our hands. I feel that it might be a tough game for you, considering that you guys are coming at the Emirates. So दिक्कत हो सकती है because we're going to be in front of a home crowd. Although when we were in front of a home crowd versus Bournemouth, that home crowd was very timid, very tamed out because हम काफी nervous थे. पूरा crowd nervous था कि we're going to drop points and we're going to surrender the lead and the league to Manchester City, and you could see that. But ever since that Manchester City wala game has happened, and now that Man City has beaten Burnley and taken lead, I think that that nervousness has disappeared for me. For me, at least, it's gone. From now, when I will be watching an Arsenal game, I'll be like, "Chalo, theek hai, it's up to Manchester City now. It's their title to take. Their मतलब वो देखते कितने गोल मारते हैं, क्या करते हैं, कैसे करते हैं. We just have to make sure that we just play our football, we create our chances, and we take our chances. अभी न्यूकासल का जो डिफेंस है, I do say this that Newcastle will have opportunities in this match. They will have good opportunities in this match because Arsenal का जो defense है has been shaky. We have been leaking quite a lot of goals. We leaked goals against Southampton. We leaked goals against Bournemouth. We leaked goals against City. We leaked goals against other teams as well. I think कोई ड्रॉ भी हुआ था बीच में, forgetting कौन सा वाला मैच था, but yeah. So that's what I'm trying to say कि Arsenal has been leaking quite a lot of goals. So Newcastle will have opportunities, but I feel कि they have to let that go. Sporting
So,
के against तो नहीं, but हाँ उससे
and
पहले भी did.
the thing is, न्यूकासल, आई डोंट नो केवी भाई, आपने पक्का पढ़ा होगा स्टैट. न्यूकासल इज अ साइड, उनका एक पैटर्न है थ्रू आउट द सीजन. सबसे ज्यादा गोल, मतलब वी आर द टीम हु कम्स इन अ लीड फर्स्ट इन द फर्स्ट हाफ. वो पैटर्न ऑफ द सीजन जो अपनी फर्स्ट स्ट्रीम साथ में हुई थी, द संडरलैंड गेम वी डिड, आपको उस टाइम भी बताया था. द
Mm-hmm.
सेम पैटर्न इज स्टिल इन अ कंटिन्यू एफर्ट. हम गोल मारेंगे 20-25 मिनट के पास, देन वी वुड कंसीड आइदर जस्ट 5 मिनट्स बिफोर द हाफ टाइम विसल, और वी वुड कंसीड आफ्टर 5 मिनट्स लेटर ऑन द हाफ, और फिर एक विनर खा जाएंगे 80 मिनट के आसपास. तो फर्स्ट लेग में जो गेम हुआ था सेंट जेम्स पार्क पे जब आप आए थे, दिस वाज द सेम स्क्रिप्ट. हमने गोल खाया, हम लीड में थे. देन
Mm-hmm.
देन गैब्रियल स्कोर्ड अ विनर, एंड मेरिनो स्कोर्ड अ
Marino.
फॉर यू.
Marino scored the equalizer and Gabriel scored.
सो ये स्क्रिप्ट अभी तक कंटिन्यू हो रही है, एंड वी हैव लॉस्ट 25 पॉइंट्स. मतलब हाई एंड साइड
Mm.
की बात है, अगर
That is true.
25 पॉइंट्स के आप 50% भी करते हो, वी वुड बी सिटिंग फोर्थ और फिफ्थ ऑन द टेबल एज ऑफ नाउ. Agar from with the points we have lost. So there's something wrong. I know the multiple competition, blah blah blah. Now I don't know internal news. आपको, I don't know if you know. Eddie Howe को अभी भी backing मिल रही है. We would talk about it. How you see that? Because अभी कल ही आया भी that Eddie Howe has a full support of PIF. They don't want to sack him
Mhm.
even after the season. But now the fan base have given up on him because they think it's the best time to let him go. Summer rebuild is coming around, and let's find a right manager and just do the rebuild again. But आपको
Mm.
क्या, मतलब what do you think is a positive if for this game? Do you think Arsenal has some slight advantage over Newcastle because they are going in a horrendous form, or do you think it's a bogey fixture for you guys?
Arsenal is not in superb form either. Um, I feel if we do concede, that is number one for me. That should be out of the question. You should not concede. I think the advantage for us is that we're playing at home. There'll be. I hope that the crowd will be backing us more than anything. I hope कि वो बर्नमथ वाली सिचुएशन ना हो. I think कि मैनचेस्टर सिटी वाले गेम के बाद जो हमने परफॉर्मेंस देखी, I'm talking about the performance, not the result. The performance was good. It was encouraging. It was highlighting what was missing. It was creating chances. We created chances. We had a lot of lapses also. We lost the ball in many cases, and we should have been able to defend better against Manchester City. But we were, हमने भी अपने अपने half में भी we were too open. There were a lot of space for Manchester City to expose us on. So they did that. They did that very efficiently. Whether or not Newcastle will be able to do it, I'm not quite sure. From what I'm watching, is that I mean, they, like I said, they will have opportunities, but will they be able to take those opportunities? Is what we need to see. Another thing that might play into Arsenal's favor is that some of Arsenal's main players are going to be coming back from injury. I think Julian Timber is going to be coming back. I
Okay.
think Saliba Gabriel are fit. Touchwood. I think Hincapié is going to be there. I think Calafiori is going to be fine. I think Odegaard,
Okay. So
Eze,
injury
a lot of
situation
players
पे
are.
sorry मैं आता तो Bukayo Saka he would be playing is he fit or he would be playing this fixture or not?
I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I don't think he will be playing. I think at best he will be on the bench. At best,
Okay.
that is the best case scenario. He'll be on the bench. But besides that, I don't think we're going to be seeing him playing. I think we still have Martinelli, Trossard, Madueke for the wings. Will Max Dauman start or not? I am unsure about that. I think I've heard from a lot of people. उस दिन मैं चीचा भाई and JK and सूरज भाई के साथ बैठा हुआ था stream पे, and they were also saying the same thing, that like in modern day football, 16 or 17 years, 17 or 18 years is no longer जो पुराने जमाने में होता था कि आप प्लेयर को बिठा के रखो, like
Yes.
मैं इसको बचा के रख रहा हूँ. So for
Exactly.
Max Dauman, I think the time has come to unleash him. I think modern day football allows 17-year-old players to express themselves on the pitch, to start their careers on a high. I hope कि जितनी तरह हमने जितनी बुरी तरह साका को रगड़ा है all these years, the number of minutes that he has played, which is what I'm referring to, is something that we should avoid. He should be given consistent playing time. Consistent का मतलब balanced play time. Like ऐसा नहीं है कि मतलब 95 minutes हर हफ्ते उसको रगड़ा जा रहा है, and you're literally skinning him alive to get results and to get something out of the game. But you need to give him at least 30 to 35 minutes per game. The kind of player like that he is, he needs that time at least to express himself on the pitch.
Okay. केवी भाई मैं एक चीज ऐड करना चाहूंगा आई थिंक फॉर यू गाइज एंड सिंस आई थिंक आर्टेटा इस डीप स्टडी करके आएगा व्हाई वी आर स्ट्रगलिंग दिस सीजन मैं आपको एक पैटर्न बताता हूँ लाइक द पैटर्न अबाउट व्हिच आई टोल्ड यू लाइक वी स्कोर वी concede equalizer and then the winner because everybody knows Newcastle gonna run like hard first 40 minutes if football would the first 40 minutes game we would have won most of the matches but unfortunately it's 90 minutes तो उनको पता है let them run whatever they want to do first 40 minutes after 40 minutes the opposition start playing their natural game or their tactics हम 40 मिनट में गैस आउट हो जाते हैं ऑल वी हैव एथलीट्स वी डोंट हैव एनी क्रिएटिव प्लेयर्स हम भागते रहेंगे वी डोंट डू एनीथिंग एंड द ओसुला इज एज यू सेड ओसुला इज अ पॉजिटिव ही वाज अ थर्ड और फोर्थ पैकिंग ऑर्डर स्ट्राइकर ही इज स्टार्टिंग फॉर अस The little worry for me is that's a financial situation although Visa is fit as of now but he's not in the scene anywhere I think he would be going in some but मुझे ये लगता है Voltamada should start because thanks to him, one of the most important point people are not considering. If it was not Voltamada goals, we would be fighting a relegation battle this year, and which is very shameful.
Possibly.
And people have taken dig at मतलब उस पे लोग dig ले रहे हैं, but imagine 7 से 8 गोल मारे उस बंदे ने. वो matches हम जीते most of them. If it was not his goals, we would be sitting 18th or 17th somewhere and fighting a relegation battles. So I think he should have given some usko confidence do aap usko start karao Usula is doing really great wonders but I think still he's very raw the game against it was Crystal Palace right yeah Crystal Palace mein bhi dikhaya the finish he was off the ground no balance still he was able to finish put the ball in the net And last game maybe he had a game ball in control and it was a nice finishing. I think he, but I think usko aap Voltamada should start. But let's see. मैं आपको अगर न्यूकासल की, if you want to know, न्यूकासल की 3 गेम हारे हैं. Like last 3 matches was Sunderland and Crystal Palace and Bournemouth. And the injury situation, Joelinton is suspended for this game. He would not be playing this game.
But
Okay.
Guimaraes is back. Bruno Guimaraes is
Mahrez,
back. That is one big encouraging sign for you in midfield. In fact, I
yeah.
think he also had a pretty decent game against Bournemouth. One of the
Yeah,
players who had
it
a
was, he
decent game,
was there just 15-20 minutes and he had a good game. वो
but he had a
almost
good game.
assist आ गया था. मतलब he came on the pitch and then the goal was there. And it shows how dependent we are on Gimaresh. Gimaresh अभी start था before he got injured. Since he joined Newcastle United, it was he missed 13 odd games. उसमें और हम उसमें से एक भी मैच जीते थे जब वो फील्ड पे नहीं था. उसके बाद हम 2-3
Mm.
मैच जीते, but still we have all, since he joined in 2022, maybe have missed 20, 22 or 25 games. We have only managed to win 4 to 5 games. That's all. So this tells how dependent we are on Bruno Guimaraes. I think Tino Livramento is out of season again. मतलब पिछले गेम में pull up कर लिया था उसने
हाँ, मैं
hamstring.
देखा था उसका इंजरी है वो डन है.
Fabian, I think Tino Livramento is done with Newcastle, and I don't know if City would be paying him back that money that which we were expecting. Gabriel got lucky in that game; could have gotten a red card first round. It's in James Park. Yes, we can talk about it. What do you think about that?
I think there were
What-
decisions made both ends. Pe. I think there was a. I think what we're talking about is that penalty shout where Gabriel went on the ground and his
No, no,
hand
no,
was slightly raised.
no,
Then
no, no, नहीं. वो क्या हुआ था? वो जो
अच्छा
first
जब वो मोल्टोमाडे को मुक्का मारा था.
yes, yes.
Yes, he could have gone 100%. That
वो
I am surprised that VAR ने उस पर double check क्यों नहीं करा. Quite surprised. I think Gabriel has gotten away with some real, like I think luck has been in his favor, so to speak, in many cases. So
और विनर
yeah,
उसके बाद ही आया था. So I'm not saying अगर वो बाहर
winners
चला
के बाद
जाता
आया
तो
था.
it's all about hindsight, but potentially there could be something else. Maybe that game would have turned into draw or something, right?
Mm.
And so Fabian Schär is out and Emil Kraft is out of season. Anthony Gordon is doubtful for this match because hip का कोई उसको injury आ रहा था. And
Issue
also
है.
it's kind of a coincidence because पिछले game से पहले Eddie Howe told I would only play the players who are committed to the club. और उस गेम से पहले
Mm.
जस्ट पहले न्यूज आया एंथनी गॉर्डन wants a move. So I don't know if
Mm.
this injury is a real injury or something. So the first positive of the game is Bruno Guimaraes is back. So he might be starting this game 100%. And Jacob Ramsey is fit and rest all players are fit. I think so मैं अभी एक स्लाइड शो करता हूँ. I don't know how accurate it would be. So just a minute. So Arsenal ने 33 गेम्स खेले हैं, 5 गेम्स रुके हैं, बचे हैं टोटल 70 पॉइंट्स. आपका जीडी इज इट करेक्ट? सॉरी, गोल डिफरेंस इज प्लस
30
37.
30 हम दोनों का 37 है. सिटी का भी 37 है, हमारा भी 37 है.
Okay, so it's not updated yet. So
हाँ नहीं कोई बात नहीं. They have 3 more goals scored than us. 3 or 2 more goals scored than us, if I remember.
okay. Because yeah, sometimes
Goals
it's not
scored
really.
they're ahead, well ahead.
So मतलब अभी भी game, what do you think about it? Like, do you think you still got it? KB bhai, I know it's a very different topic, right? But आपको क्या लगता है? From as a fan, do you think you still
Of
got it?
course. Like I said, I think City have the advantage right now. They're in good form, and they have equalized on points and they've equalized on goal difference. Whoever drops points now has basically surrendered. You know, like they've effed it up because City have gotten to where they needed to be to challenge for the title. They've equalized on points. They've equalized on goal difference. Now, if Arsenal crumble under this pressure, then Arsenal have completely surrendered the title to Manchester City. But if Manchester City are unable to take advantage of the situation that they're in right now, I feel that there'll be a separate discussion on what happened there. But definitely, it is advantage to Manchester City. They have more goals scored. That's why right now they're top of the league. I'm surprised we did not see more goals against Burnley yesterday, especially after taking the advantage in the 5th minute from Erling Haaland. I thought this is going to be a goal fest for them and a 3-4 goal minimum and stuff like that. I was surprised. I was surprised that the game ended at 1-0. I mean, you can imagine my surprise. 1-0 खत्म हुआ
Exactly.
against Burnley.
So narrative height would be like, as you said, goal fest 2-0, 3-0, or 4-1, something. It would be
वही.
something like this. But wo 1-0. So that was the, I think, one of the best thing for the Arsenal. Like, आप वहाँ पे advantage नहीं मिला City को, and now you have a chance to capitalize because Newcastle defense is very leaky as compared to Burnley. Burnley से ज़्यादा गोल खा सकते हैं हम. And
Hmm.
if you play it right, as the tactics, मतलब 40 मिनट के बाद आप अपना गेम खेलोगे, you could have a advantage, and if you can win the game, you might win with the 2-1 or 3-1 potentially, and you can have a positive goal difference for you guys.
Hmm.
So I think
So
it's
the way I look at it is that let's say we score, let's say we win 2-1. Okay.
yeah,
If we win 2-1, that means we've scored two goals and our goal difference is positive by one. This is hypothetical, all of course.
yeah.
That means that on goals scored, we are now one less than City or equal to City, something like that. So it is very fine margins right now. Very fine margins. For me, I think it's like I said, advantage Manchester City. Obviously, hasn't once again April has been not a very good month for us, but merely I think I am actually seeing this as a good thing because now the pressure is मेरे लिए तो थोड़ा सा एलिविएट हो गया है मतलब जो प्रेशर
It's
था
out
मतलब
of your
आई
shoulder.
वाज फीलिंग प्रेशर बिफोर द बर्नमथ गेम आई वाज फीलिंग प्रेशर during the Southampton game also I was feeling pressure during the Manchester City game obviously during the Carabao Cup final there was immense pressure अब आई फील दैट वो सारा प्रेशर चला गया है लाइक अब इतना एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर रहा मैं लाइक वो एक्सपेक्टेंसी काफी लो हो गई है तो for me like for the players for that matter I hope that they just go out and play the way that they were playing when they started the season जिस तरीके से उन्होंने सीजन स्टार्ट करा था like how they were playing in August, September, October, November, and all that. I think they should go back to playing that way because that is what got them very good results. That is what got them a lot of goals against very big teams. So they need to go back to that mentality. They need to go back to not the mentality that they've developed a bit recently in March and April. That is not the mentality that I expect this team to have. March and April में क्या है ना they were like कि oh you know like प्रेशर के अंदर खेल रहे थे they
Okay.
are you can see that crowd में भी प्रेशर दिखता है I mean I think there was a football pundit also who had said that I think it was Evra. I think it was Patrice Evra who had said that you can see that even the Arsenal fans sometimes don't believe when you're watching the game at the Emirates Stadium, sometimes don't believe that they're going to actually win it. They're always self-doubting themselves
Yes.
that we are going to surrender the league. We've seen it happen again and again. That mentality, that belief has set inside. And see, that is a very bad thing to do. सबसे पहले अपने आप को self doubt नहीं करना चाहिए. There was this Bruce Lee interview that I was mentioning in my stream some time ago that if you even as a person self doubt yourself now it is start going to becoming a part of you. That is what you have to remove from your entire personality. You have to remove that. And I feel for Arsenal fans, Arsenal players, Arsenal as a club as a whole, that is the mentality that you need to shed off. You cannot be in that zone for and for you to do that you have to win a trophy. You have to win a big major trophy, a big major cup, in order to prove that you belong at this stage. Otherwise you're just going to be stuck in that same mentality, and it's just going to become possibly worse, but you never know.
Yeah. So अभी जो apart from the slide, so अभी मैं जो मेरे पास data है, so Arsenal are unbeaten on 13 consecutive Premier League matches at Emirates against Newcastle United. So that is very good positive for you guys, and you are just one goal away from scoring 100th goal against Newcastle United. And this year, Newcastle United, which is struggling from injuries, now they have all the reason we were playing 4 games and blah blah blah. But since this summer, since Isak left, this club has been all about mockery. Every time they have been mocked enough from every other fans, other way around. Are you guys capable enough? Why you couldn't do it? Why City have did it? Why you could? This is a
Hmm.
different topic, right? But the FFP and these things, right? But what do you think went wrong for Newcastle United as a neutral fan or as Arsenal fan? How you see the trajectory is slowed down or it's going other way around, or what do you think? Apart from we talk about this fixture.
I think it's been a mixture of a lot of things. I think Newcastle, uh, up until last season, whenever we had to face Newcastle United, and even this starting of the season when he had to face Newcastle in the first 6 matches में हमको खेलना था, we are always worried about their physicality.
Yeah.
Like they're going to come in tough. They're going to come in rough and tough. They're going to rough you up. They're not going to allow you to settle down in the game at any point. I think even start of the season, we saw the same kind of thing with Liverpool when you guys faced Liverpool.
Yeah.
There was that mentality, there was that fear, what we're going to go to St. James's Park and it's going to be a very rough game. They're not going to allow it. I don't hear that anymore. I'm sorry to say, I feel that I feel that that psychological threat has evaporated
Yes.
of late. I didn't see it against Sunderland, which is the most surprising thing imaginable in such a historic derby, one of the biggest derbies in English football. I did not see that. I didn't see anything. So वो पता नहीं कहाँ चला गया है. वो गायब हो गया. And I think that was a part of Newcastle's identity of
Yeah.
sorts.
So this season we have stopped pressing like we used to do. First of all, you cannot afford when you have a multiple competitions, and it feels like players are drained. And as I said before, it's about behaviors. Sunderland game में, or especially the last game, there was no showing up. Players didn't show up. Losing game is okay. I'm not saying the Derby game. That was one of the biggest game as a Newcastle perspective,
Mm.
bigger than that Barcelona Champions League game, but they didn't show up. आप देखो Tino Livramento, he was watching like this, and the guy Brobby came and just scored. He didn't do
In,
anything. So as you're saying, yeah, the fear factors is not there. वो मतलब लोगों के दिमाग से निकल गया. The teams is not. They don't come prepared for that physicality. The Joe
हाँ,
Linton stuff. हमें मतलब bruise कर देंगे, रगड़ा जाएंगे. That thing has evaporated 100%. It's not there. So
exactly.
you guys are not, and especially when we are visiting you guys, and this year our away form is pathetic. I think until January हमने सिर्फ 2 away game जीते थे, सिर्फ 2 away game. So that tells the sums up the season. So हम सेंट जेम्स पार्क पे जीते थे, बाहर नहीं अब तो सेंट जेम्स पार्क पे भी नहीं जीत पा रहे हैं. अभी
Mm.
बोर्नमथ के अगेंस्ट भी हारे हैं. So Arsenal won the last 6 of the 10 most recent meetings between the Newcastle United and Arsenal, and these club drawn 1 and lost 3. So this season reverse fixture हुआ था जो आप Arsenal जीते थे. It was 2-1. It was 2-1. Yes, yeah, it was 2-1. Arsenal came behind from, and Mikel Merino. Mikel Merino is not playing this match, right?
No, he is out. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be playing for the foreseeable future. मेरे को नहीं लगता कि वो खेल रहा है. तो हाँ, अभी के लिए वो बाहर ही है.
So what, let's break it down, because I don't have many points in Arsenal POV because I didn't watch them closely right now. आपको क्या लगता है last expectation from this game, how you think it gonna go for you guys?
Yeah, I would say that देखो, like I don't mean to be like blowing my own trumpet or
Yeah.
being self-absorbed or something like that, but this game is mostly going to be looked at like from Arsenal's perspective because it holds a lot of value for Arsenal more than it does for Newcastle. I know that it has a lot of value for you as well. I think you have a game in hand, and if you win this game, then I think again you're going to be fighting for mid-table mostly.
Yeah,
अगर मैं
because our
मैं look
Europe,
at the remaining
because
fixtures that you have.
the thing is, be it game se, I think only the positive for us is the players would not be under pressure. Eddie Howe is under pressure, but we are not playing for not anything. We might be playing only for top 10 because Europe is gone for far away for us. Because we would not be getting Europa. Leagues is gone 2 months prior from today. And I don't want conference. Newcastle United, we cannot afford to be in conference league because we are not that big of a club that हमारा second squad be conference में compete करके in the main matches we can play. Because if we gonna play our main squad in conference league, then that's the story of the season. Repeat multiple games that we can afford that to playing on Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday playing a game. So we cannot afford to have that. And Charles, I would
Hmm.
take your comment about this. Just I want to know KB by point. अभी आपको क्या लगता है expectation from this game? How this game gonna go a bit? What do you think?
I think Arsenal just needs to pick up from where they left out at Etihad Stadium, जैसे मैनचेस्टर सिटी के अगेंस्ट परफॉर्म किया था. I think वही same intensity के साथ I know that we're going to have to be playing our strongest 11 every single game, but we can still rotate. We can rotate on the wings. That is one place where we can rotate consistently. So let's say Bukayo Saka comes back from injury, is fit again, so he's going to be rotated in the team. For Newcastle, I feel कि देखो sometimes what the best thing for you is just the same like what how Manchester United के लिए था. I think the fact that Manchester United not being in any European competition or not being in any domestic competition has actually been a blessing in disguise for them as far as their ranking in the Premier League is concerned. Because
Yes,
they've been able to focus each and every single game. They've been able to rest players, rotate players. They've been able to get themselves back on track, so to speak. So I think for Newcastle, I don't think you should aim for conference. I mean, that's what I think, but I mean, obviously, that's not how it works. But it could be a blessing in disguise. It could
yes,
be a blessing in disguise अगर आप किसी भी European competition में ना हो तो.
exactly.
Conference League is not going to do any benefit to you. Europa
Yeah,
League,
we cannot
maybe.
afford that because the money is 10 million after winning, so that's nothing. And especially the again वो same ही pattern हो जाएगा ना. Why we are struggling KV by? Because we had a multiple competitions. So that is why
Mm,
our domestic form dipped down, and हम Champions League में advance करते रहे. At one point of time आपको पता है when you are gonna get to meet these giants, you're gonna fall off, right? And this is exactly what happened against Barcelona. First
mm,
leg में हम अच्छा खेले, and they it was not playing well. We played well, but बार्सिलोना को पता था सेंट जेम्स पार्क पे आपको ज्यादा बड़ी लीड नहीं देनी है, एंड लेट्स कम बैक. एंड वो लास्ट मोमेंट पे तो वो इक्वलाइज करके भी आ गए, एंड देन दे थ्रैश्ड स्पैंक्ड अस बिग टाइम 7-2 or
mm.
7. I forget the score line, but exactly what you're saying, it's a blessing in disguise when you don't play anything. And if Eddie Howe is there, आपको पता है एडी हाउ वन गेम अ वीक का तो मास्टर है. वेन एवर वी हैव प्लेड वन गेम अ वीक, वी विल गेट नेक्स्ट ईयर अ चैंपियंस लीग 100%. दिस इज हिस्ट्री, अभी तक 100% रिकॉर्ड है. वेन यू प्ले वन गेम अ वीक, ही विल गेट यूर चैंपियंस लीग स्पॉट एनी हाउ.
Mm,
जब हम वो आया फर्स्ट टाइम, ही सेव्ड अस फ्रॉम रिलीगेशन बैटल फ्रॉम 19 से
mm,
11 फिनिश किया. नेक्स्ट सीजन ही गॉट अस Champions League. Then when we were in Champions League, we struggled and we finished seventh. But that was a better season than this. Then we didn't have
mm.
any competition. We won a Carabao Cup and we got the Champions League again. So this is a pattern. So अगर one game a week जो आप बोल रहे हो, exactly I agree 101%. Manchester United, they had to focus only one game a week and you can get the Champions League spot. Then the problem is that's a different topic again. जब आपके पास कोई भी competition नहीं होगा, then it's very hard, especially for the clubs like Newcastle United or Aston Villa, to hold on their star players or the players they bought and who are on a upward right trajectory. So this is one of the biggest tasks for us. बट हिस्टोरिकली जैसे बात किया आपने, तेरा मतलब आप अनबीटन हो एमिरेट्स पे, हमने सिर्फ लास्ट 9 विजिट में एक ही गोल मारा है. हाउ यू सी दिस, एंड यू आर जस्ट वन गोल अवे फ्रॉम 100 गोल.
I mean, I think I think it would be an encouraging thing. Ki at home against Newcastle, we've been good. I hope we continue that streak, and I hope that we do it comfortably. Like how I'm saying is that Saturday ko, I don't expect Arteta to come out and say the things that he has been saying, make these statements in the press that I'm on fire. Or I mean,
Yes.
against Manchester City, I actually saw that. I actually saw that there was intent from the players. There was intent from Arteta. There was intent from Arteta's side to play a different style of football, like attack more, like create more chances, like get more intense. So I saw that, but we didn't get the result that we wanted. And chalo theek hai, koi baat nahi. But against Newcastle, I just hope कि वही same type का रहे. Not only the 100 goal, I hope we score more than that. I hope we score a few more goals, but that is just hope. It remains to be seen because the problem is even if you create chances, it is the conversion rate that needs to matter. अगर आपका conversion rate weak है, अगर आप convert नहीं कर रहे, आप chances create कर रहे हो, convert नहीं कर पा रहे हो उनको, then के फिर क्या फायदा चांसेस क्रिएट करने का, बट मेरे
Yeah.
को लगता है कि जितनी भी चीजें हमने सीखी हैं इस सीजन, चलो ठीक है अभी ओपन प्ले से आप गोल मारने की कोशिश कर रहे हो, सिटी के अगेंस्ट हमने majority चांसेस, आई थिंक सारी की सारी चांसेस हमने ओपन प्ले से ही बनाई, एंड दैट वाज बिकॉज वी वर प्रेसिंग वेरी हाई, वी वर प्रेसिंग very well against Manchester City. So we were creating a lot of pressure on them. We weren't allowing them to settle. Also, we were playing with a high line. I think that is the approach you have to take against every single team you play, whether it be Newcastle, Fulham, Burnley, West Ham, Crystal Palace, whichever team that comes next. You have to play with that kind of intensity, whether you're playing at Atletico Madrid away, Atletico Madrid home, whether you have a game midweek or not. I think in the next 4 games, UCL and EPL, you have to play with that mentality. After that, till May 30th, you have a little bit of breathing space, depending on what happens with the Atletico Madrid wala match. पर ये 4 अगले गेम जो आने वाले हैं, यूसीएल वाले 2 एथलेटिको के अगेंस्ट एंड न्यूकासल एंड फुलम के अगेंस्ट, जो होम पर हैं. अगेन आई वुड लाइक टू reiterate कि ये होम मैचेस हैं, एंड these are games that you're expected to win with the kind of record that you have. You are expected to win these games. To go and you have to win. Score goals as many as possible. 2 goals, 3 goals, if it's possible. Try to do that. But first priority should be to win the game. तो मेरा यही रहेगा कि फर्स्ट हाफ में ही प्रेशर डालो, एंड सेकंड हाफ में, मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंटली सेकंड हाफ में, डोंट सिट बैक, नेवर एवर सिट बैक इन द एंटायर गेम, no
This
matter
is
whether
what
you have
we
a
do.
midweek fixture or
This
not.
is what we do. This is the mistake what we are doing moment we take the lead, which is very pathetic. Premier League में आप एक गोल की लीड से आप नहीं बचा पाओगे. Even you have a world
Hmm.
class defense, as you are saying. Arsenal का one of the best defense in the world, right? And we don't have any sort of
Looks to be.
closeness to your defense. हम क्या करते हैं, एक गोल मारते हैं, then we sit back like five at the back. What are you trying to do? आपको गोल खाना ही खाना पड़ेगा. And what this is what is happening throughout the season for Newcastle United. Exactly what you say. One goal की lead पे you cannot sit back and just relax. No, we cannot do that. We don't know how to defend a goal lead. At least even it's a 2-0 for us. We cannot sit at back. Just keep on playing your game, what as you said, which is evaporated. But at least try to press a bit so you can maintain that lead. But sorry to interrupt you. Yeah, okay, bye.
No. I was just saying that despite all of that, I think Newcastle के पास ऐसे players हैं who have good enough quality to deliver on their day. तो वो एक रिस्क रहेगा, हमेशा रहेगा. एंड उस चीज से मैं घबराता हूँ. Obviously, Newcastle in the past have uh, managed to uh, pull wool over our eyes and managed to get the 3 points. I think that last season they did that. This season, not,
Last season, I
they
think we
haven't done
went
that.
twice
But
over you. That was in a Carabao Cup. Both legs we were good enough for you guys.
yes,
But yeah,
yes,
this
yes,
year
yes.
is a different story. Yeah.
हाँ, so see, again it depends. देखो, आर्सेनल प्लेयर्स की मेंटालिटी के ऊपर मैं पूछूंगा, because do they want to win the Premier League or not? I mean, still पॉइंट्स पे आगे नहीं है मैनचेस्टर सिटी. गोल स्कोर्ड पे है आगे, गोल
Yes.
डिफरेंस में भी आगे नहीं है. तो दे शुड नॉट टेक इट एज अ हो, अब तो, अब अगर वो हार गए तो हम जीत सकते हैं, तो कुछ होएगा, सिटी को हारना ही पड़ेगा. नहीं, इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट. इट्स जस्ट दैट आर्सेनल अगर अपने सारे गेम्स जीतती है, कंफर्टेबली जीतती है, तो आर्सेनल हैज अ चांस. मैनचेस्टर सिटी के पास एडवांटेज है इन नंबर ऑफ गोल्स स्कोर्ड एंड द काइंड ऑफ फॉर्म दैट दे आर. बट दिस इज फुटबॉल, लाइक मैनचेस्टर सिटी ने होम पे नॉटिंघम फॉरेस्ट के अगेंस्ट ड्रॉ करा है, बाकी टीम्स के अगेंस्ट भी उन्होंने बहुत average performances दिए हैं, especially starting of the season, although they always pick up towards the end of the season, so they do that part really, really well. But it's not yet lost for us. And I think against Newcastle and Fulham, they need to show that in the Premier League. The players need to show that. They cannot waste their chances, which is something I'm a little bit upset with Noni Madueke. Noni Madueke does a few things right, but many things wrong. So that is a little bit of a discouragement mere liye personally. So I would want to see something like a Trossard, but then both again, Trossard is playing on the left hand side. Martinelli also plays on the left hand side. कभी कभी right पे भी आ जाएगा. Max Dauman is there. I'm hoping that Max Dauman को लेके आए. Max Dauman played a preseason friendly against Newcastle in Singapore, so he knows what to expect. He knows, maybe, like, and plus it's been a very long time since then and now. Max Dauman has played in many fixtures and has been very influential against Everton. He was so influential. I'm surprised we did not use him at all against Manchester City. I thought we should have used him, but it is what it is.
केवी भाई, so आपसे एक ही चीज पूछूंगा मैं. Who would be playing on the right side for you guys? Who would be starting, or is
I
it?
think Noni Madueke is going to start, पर from what I've heard is कि उसका एक थोड़ा सा niggling issue था with his knee. तो अगर वो issue persist करता है, then it is very interesting to see कि it's very interesting to see कि कौन start करेगा. It could either be Trossard, it could be Eze on the left. We don't know. Eze on the left हो सकता है. It could be Martinelli on the right. Something like that could happen also. So these kind of things could still take place. But I feel that maybe give a chance to Dauman and maybe take initiative in this match in the first half itself. And try and throw different combinations at Newcastle United. Like, they are not excellent defensively, so try and expose that as much as you can. Tino Livramento is not going to be playing.
Yeah.
Guimaraes is going to be there in the midfield. I think the midfield battle is going to be important. How we are going to
Yes.
control the midfield is more important for me.
This is the
Declan
next
Rice and
point we're going to
Zubimendi are
talk. And
100% going to start.
yeah,
Uh,
because I Luis Hall, again a wonderful player. I think one of the best players for us in for this season, Luis Hall. But I don't know because पिछले match में slight discomfort था. I don't know what is his injury situation is. If it would be a Dan one playing at that side against Donny Madueke, I think this is a battle already won. Madueke would rip apart Dan one because बंदा वन ऑन वन
hmm,
ट्रिपलिंग में भी अच्छा है एट द एंड
is very
इट्स
good.
काइंड ऑफ मधुएके के बाद प्रॉब्लम वो क्या है ना एंड प्रोडक्ट फिनिशिंग स्किल्स में थोड़ा सा लैग करता है दिस इज व्हाट आई बिलीव आई कुड बी रॉन्ग बट स्टिल इट्स गुड इनफ फॉर डैन बन को he would pass down many times. But next, as you said, there's a battle of a midfield, Rice versus Gimaresh and Tonali. Although Gimaresh is just not 100% fit. He just came down last game. So let's see. But he would start 100%. But it would be, before we move to the slide, so there's a red flag as you already saw. Newcastle is conceding 2.3 goals per game in last 11. This is what I was talking about. आपको यहाँ पे
Hmm.
goal difference का भी lead cover हो सकता है if you're gonna win this game. So this is very like
Yeah.
good news for Arsenal season, fans, but very sad to hear as a because we are very leaky. हम goal मारेंगे एक goal हम पक्का मारेंगे, but we gonna concede twice of that minimum.
Hmm. नहीं, it's up to Arsenal के players वो advantage लें इस चीज का कि नहीं. And I think they should 100%.
So Declan Rice versus Gimaresh and Tonali. So I think the Declan Rice as वो भी clips आई थी, it's not over yet. So that was a very big positive for Arsenal point of view. जो आपको आपको पता चलेगा मैं किसकी बात कर रहा हूँ when he was sitting down and उसके जो वो आ रहा था, it's not over yet.
Hmm.
Because अब उसके बाद क्या चल रहा था? What was narrative around? I don't know. It's from media. It was a really good like it's a news or something. और ये narrative बनाया जाता है because I know as a Newcastle fan, Southern media हमेशा Newcastle United के around narrative बनाएगी. This player is unhappy ये वो. तो राइस के अगेन ये बन रहा था भी if this season again they don't gonna win the title, Rice will ask for a transfer request. He would be pissed off on this club, blah blah blah. But that was a big positive for you guys. How you see that thing? आपको
I
पता
don't
चल
think
गया होगा
Declan
मैं
Rice
किसकी
is going
बात
to
कर रहा
ask
हूँ
for a transfer request.
बट
Uh,
आपको पता चल गया होगा मैं किसी की बात कर रहा हूँ when he was sitting down and I don't know he whom वो किससे बात कर रहा है but he say it's not over yet.
हाँ, I know Declan Rice was the one who was saying that. Yeah,
Yeah, but I don't know who he was talking to. But what do you think about this
I
this
think he was
narrative?
talking to. I think he was talking to Martin Odegaard at
Okay,
the
okay.
time.
ओके बट वो नैरेटिव आपको आपको भी कभी सुनने को मिला भाई कि इस साल नहीं जीते तो राइस वुड बी आल्सो वुड हैव गिवन अप ऑन दिस क्लब ही वुड मूव अहेड
No, I don't think so. I think
ओके
Rice is here for the long term. Rice is currently moving himself. He's going to be captain of Arsenal next season. I think that is. I think he's already captain of Arsenal this season. So मतलब pretty much there are developments happening in the background at Arsenal Football Club where the captaincy is going to be moving to Declan Rice. Eventually, everybody can see it. So next season, I think it is going to be certified by Declan Rice is now the captain of Arsenal. So I don't think he's going to be moving away from the club. I don't think that there are going to be a lot of people who are going to be moving away from the club, no matter what happens.
ओके
Some will, some have to, but most will stay.
Declan Rice 53 chances created 7 goals and 5 assists. Gimarish I think have scored goals in double digits this season prior to his injury. He was the leading goal scorer for Newcastle United almost next to Nick Woltemada in month of December. But उसके जब आ रहे थे वो winners आए the winner the Leeds game which we won at St James Park after that वो मतलब injury concern हो गया. Tonali is coming good the last half of the season. Before that Aston Villa game, he didn't have any assist. That was in FA Cup. He didn't have any assist, none a goal. उस game में उसने 2 goals मारे. Since then he is coming good. I think more वो होता है ना when Gimaresh was missing, he was getting more opportunities to be a central like player in the midfield. So how you see
Mm.
this the Gimaresh Tonali versus Declan Rice? What do you think of this battle?
I think it's going to be an interesting battle, but I feel that Declan Rice has that. Let's just say he has good experience in handling these kind of situations against top midfielders. I think Gimares, Tonali and थोड़ा सा आगे जाए तो ओसूला. चलो अगर हम सिर्फ गेमारेस और टोनाली के बारे में बात करें, that is going to be tough. But I hope that Rice can cover the space. Rice can cover the
Okay.
space. I think once Gimares and Tonali are exhausted of space, मतलब अगर जैसे मान लेते हैं ठीक है न्यूकासल अटैक करे ठीक है ना, डेक्लन राइस इज फॉलिंग बैक, जुबिमेंडी इज फॉलिंग बैक ठीक है, the next thing that they have to deal with is going to be Gabriel and Saliba,
Yeah.
Hincapié on the right, and either Timber or Mosquera on the left. I mean on the right for your left. So it really depends on those two. Like usually center se nahi aayega. I mean Ryan Cherky was a different kind of different
Yeah. We don't
situation,
have a central
but
output or any great. Rayan Sharkey is a very total different player. हमारे पास तो वैसा player ही नहीं है. The best closest player अगर Gimaresh or it's surprisingly Nick Woltemada is one of the creative players in the forwards we have.
yeah. So I think. Yeah, I think I'm actually surprised why Voltemara did not start the last game for Newcastle. If he does start, I think he's also going to be a little bit of an issue. But if they are going with Osula, then I also feel that he's going to be a little bit of a troublemaker. So interesting, Rega, to see how Newcastle lines up against Arsenal. I feel that Guimaraes and Tonali, to a certain extent can be managed from the Arsenal midfield and the Arsenal defense. Uh, but yeah, they are always going to be a threat. Guimaraes is going to be a threat. Tonali is going to be a slight threat. But I feel कि अगर उनको बॉल रिसीवर्स या रनर्स नहीं मिलते हैं, I think Trippier was mentioned. Trippier, if he can do the job, but then like we have to see कि कितने chances मिलेंगे न्यूकासल को अटैक करने के लिए. How much possession exactly Newcastle is going to get in this game, because Arsenal is going to try and dictate possession as much as possible. जैसे कि मैंने कहा कि they are possibly going to be playing a high line just like they did against Manchester City. They're going to press very hard and very intensely. So they're not going to try and let Newcastle settle on the ball. That is what I'm thinking. That is what I'm after the Man City game. That is what my perspective is. कि भाई ये approach होनी चाहिए every single game, despite whether you have a midweek fixture, you don't have a midweek fixture. So that is what I want to see from Arsenal. And will they let Tonali or Guimaraes settle on the ball? That is also interesting. Hincapié also, I don't think is going to be playing as a left back. I think he's going to be entering into those pockets in the center from the left hand side. So he's also going to be responsible for taking the ball off either Guimaraes or Tonali. That is going to be a risk area, but I think Hincapié is very good at tracking back. उसके अलावा if Martinelli starts, Martinelli is also another player who's very good at tracking back. तो आर्सेनल को अपने विंगर्स से एंड फुल बैक से वो सपोर्ट हेल्प मिल जाता है. तो whether or not they're going to be whether or not they'll be allowing Guimaraes and Tonali to settle on the ball, we'll have to see. But Trippier on the right hand side could be a risk if Hincapié decides to press forward. So that
Yeah,
will be a risk.
because we don't have anybody else at right back. So Tino is out, so Trippier would be playing 100% this game. And since we are playing just one game a week, I think now we can manage, because the time एक time ऐसा था कि we were playing 12 games a month and he was playing almost 80 to 85 minutes every at the age of 35, which was kudos to him. It's a very big thing. आप especially in a team like Newcastle where they play high intensity football, आप 12 games a month, no disrespect to Manchester United, वो पूरे 3 महीने में उतने games खेलते, हम 1 महीने में खेल रहे थे. And at the age of
Fair.
35,
No, it's true. It's a fact. Yeah.
so this is also one of the reason the injury toll have hit us big time. But Trippier would be leaving this season. But I think मुझे ये लगता है कि just we would be wrapping up soon, so sorry, and I would take a comments and we would
No,
आप
no,
मैं
absolutely.
मेरी टीम बता सकता हूँ. I think how we would be getting lined up. We again, the worst part for Newcastle United, Eddie Howe as a coach, he is very rigid. वो मतलब he is not a proactive, he is a very reactive coach. जब उसके सर पे तलवार आती है, then he makes some changes, otherwise he is very adamant on his lineup. Again, I think he's going to line up 4-3-3. 4 at the back, 3 midfield, Gimaresh, Tonali and Jacob Ramsey. In the front, let's see, मेरे को लगता है Harvey Barnes होगा. In the middle, let's see if it's Osula, and at the right, either it would be Jacob Murphy or Elanga. But मेरा एक मानना है, अगर आप Elanga खिला रहे हो, if you're playing Elanga, then you can play Osula. If you're playing Jacob Murphy on the right, I want Nick Woltemada, because what Jacob Murphy job is, he always keep on putting that cross, and he's very smart guy. वो उसकी क्रॉस की आप देखना, जब if it's a Vissa और Osula, उसके क्रॉस नीचे हो जाते हैं, and it's a basic common sense, right? But जब निको वोल्टमाडा खेलते हैं, तो उसकी जो क्रॉस की हाइट आप देखना, almost going to the far post. And तो I think इसाक का राइस कैसा हुआ था, Jacob Murphy is unsung hero in that race. उसकी
Hmm.
assist
Hmm.
देखो आप.
I know.
All he
Yeah.
used to do is come and put the cross, and Trippier bhi, he would do the same. So I think Nick Voltamada को आप start करवाओ, because there is no creative player in the front. Gimaresh and Nick Voltamada are only the creative player in this squad. Rest all are the runners you got. सो मेरे हिसाब से अब मैं ये आपको जो लाइनअप बताया, आपका लाइनअप कैसा होता है, एंड देन वी विल मेक गो टू दिस लास्ट स्लाइड एंड वी विल रैप अप सून. आपको क्या लगता है, हाउ यू वुड लाइन अप? एज आई टोल्ड, मुझे लगता है द फ्रंट थ्री वुड बी ओनली द चेंजेस, दैट वुड बी आइदर वोल्टमाडा और Osula. Elanga and Barnes would be 100% playing on the left. So it would be Elanga slash Jacob Murphy, Voltamoda slash Osula. Rest would be Tonali, Guimaraes, Jacob Ramsey, Trippier, Malik Thiaw, Botman, and Dan Burn if Lewis Hall is not fit. If Lewis Hall is fit, then it would be Lewis Hall.
I think we're going to go with the exact same squad as we did against Manchester City. I
Okay.
think where no changes are going to happen. I think it's going to be the exact same thing. I think Havertz is going to start. Uh, although say what you want about that, but Odegaard is going to start. Eze is going to be on the left. Madueke is going to be on the right. Martinelli and Gyökeres are going to come on in the second half. I think the midfield and defense is going to be exactly the same. Hincapié, and I don't think Ben White is going to start. I think Mosquera is going to be there. Mosquera had a decent game defensively. He is good, so he'll allow us to play a back three for Mosquera, Saliba, and Gabriel to just protect us and keep the game a little bit more central. So I think
अगर
they're going
आपने
to start the exact same way.
आपने एक बात बोली, the Martinelli would be coming in the second half, would be against Trippier. So it's a kind of a battle won for Arsenal. The pace Martinelli have, and Trippier at this point of age will, it 100% it's a leaky side. 100% it's a leaky
Also,
side.
if he comes in the second half, then Trippier is going to be a little bit tired in the
Yeah.
beginning. Martinelli will have that advantage slightly. I hope वो advantage का फायदा ले, क्योंकि जब वो advantage का फायदा नहीं लेता तब मेरे को नाराजगी मिलती है उससे. But I'm hoping he does that.
So yeah, this is the point I think just came in my mind. I think the goal output would be coming on the left side, and as the story of the season is for us, we are conceding goals in the second half side. We second half के later half में हम concede करते हैं. So left hand side would be a place where from Arsenal point of view, the जो threat कर सकते हैं Newcastle United को, I think, because of the pace you guys have, Martinelli, and the old legs we have in the form of Trippier. So, and also Malik
Mm.
Thiaw is a very good defender, but उसके पास एक चीज है, he has just that one bad uh, moment of the game under his sleeve, and every time, every game. वो एक ऐसी गलती
Mm.
करती है that have costed us so many points. But I think he is a work in progress. Let's see how he gonna go. And the win predictor, it's saying Arsenal 3-1. Exactly जैसा मैंने बोला, मुझे भी लगा था 3-1 या 4-2 स्कोर हो सकता है. You gonna score the twice as us, because the last XG पे जो बात हुई थी, these are the market odds as well. So this is a predicted score. How you think? Do you agree to this or no?
I think what this predictor is saying makes a lot of sense, but yeah, I think I would agree with this. I think I would also take this. I think this is a fair, uh, considering everything that's going on. I mean, there are a lot of people who are going to say कि Arsenal ने 3 goal मारे नहीं है काफी time से, and I agree, नहीं मारे. But this is a completely different scenario. Arsenal have to start scoring goals each and every single chance they get. It is no longer about defending. It is no longer about containing the match. It's no longer about containing opposition. It is about winning, and it's about scoring as many goals as possible. City against, they try to do it. The first objective is to get 3 points. Second is to maintain that 3 point lead as much as possible. So the only way you can do that is by scoring more and more goals and not sitting back. And should they take the pressure to Newcastle United पहले minute से ही, I think this result seems quite possible. पॉसिबल है ये रिजल्ट, ये हो सकता है. एंड होम पे भी खेल रहे हैं, वो भी एडवांटेज है. फुलम के अगेंस्ट भी होम पे खेलेंगे, तो लेट्स सी उस गेम में क्या होता है, कैसे होता है.
Okay. So, KBY, I have no questions for you. If you have any questions, I can answer, and then let's take a comments and wrap up. Right?
आई फील फॉर यू लाइक एट दिस स्टेज, आई थिंक मैंने वो जो क्रूशियल सवाल था वो तो मैंने पूछ ही लिया था कि न्यूकासल के लिए इट इज नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट टू क्वालिफाई फॉर यूरोप.
No.
इट इज बेस्ट यू डोंट,
Yeah.
बिकॉज यूसीएल नहीं है. अगर यूसीएल नहीं है तो ठीक है, यूरोपा लीग भी खेलना है खेल लो, कोई बात नहीं. बट
Other
confidence,
than that,
nobody wants.
If you get a Europa, only positive with the Europa is you get, okay, slight a bit of money, एंड वो एक होता है ना, एक सिल्वरवेयर आ रहा है आपके पास.
maybe a chance to you get a European trophy to compete at, relatively more prestigious than Conference League, and if you win that, you get a chance to
So
qualify for
yeah,
UCL
exactly. And if
automatically.
और ये थोड़ा सा लगता है भी, if Newcastle gonna be playing that Europa League, we have a good odds of competing in last stage of that league, right? हम हमारे पास squad है
Hmm.
that we can manage to quarters or semi-final, and after that it's a part of your season strategy on the day, how you play, how you show up on the field. It's all about that. But other than that, it's not feasible. A conference league, even I think अगर आपको मिल भी रहा हो, it's fine. मतलब I don't know how कैसा जाता है. You can, but it's Newcastle United cannot afford to play conference league because the amount of money you get by playing that, and the number of matches. Because either आपके पास Chelsea जैसा squad होना चाहिए, 40 बंदे हैं, आपके Premier League का squad अलग है, उधर का squad अलग है, then you can manage it. But
Ah,
the same players are playing the same thing, the conference and the Premier League again. तो फिर वो तो चैंपियंस लीग वाली स्टोरी होगी, एंड दैट टू यू आर exhausting your players in conference league, that which is not feasible at all for the quality of
right.
squad, the number of players we have in our team. So this was the thing. ये मेरा POV, I could be wrong because दो तीन लोगों ने बोला ट्रॉफी इज ट्रॉफी, बट नो, आपको अगर लॉन्ग टर्म में देखना है, दिस ट्रॉफी गोना हर्ट यू अगेन अगर आप उस ट्रॉफी के लिए जाओगे तो.
Agreed. Chado, you can take
So,
some chats also. We can answer some chats.
yeah, yeah. The gaps between game will play a huge role on deciding title. While the City can rotate in FA Cup, Arsenal can't. They have to play their strongest 11 every game. What do you think about it?
Uh, I don't think City is going to be rotating the team in a semi-final, no matter who that is against. I think they are going to play their reasonably strongest team. I mean, they could have rotated against Burnley also. The only player who took rest against Burnley was their defender. क्या नाम है? I think Eight Nouri came on. Nico Riley played. I mean, City played their strongest team against Burnley. There was कौन सा defender था? Rest करा था उसको. Left पे आया था Eight Nouri. Blah blah blah. भूल रहा हूँ. I'm forgetting his name. So yeah, there was just one player that they rested. Every other player played the full 90 minutes. By the way,
Okay.
even in the FA Cup, I think they are going to play their full strength team. And लोगों को लगता है they're going to rest a lot of players, but I don't think that that's going to happen.
Eddie have something to prove, even though he can nothing to gain with the win over Arsenal. He will gain the back fan trust. Yeah, there's a huge disagreements among the fans and youths. Even Loga PIF को question करने लगे. Are you serious about this? So this week, after this, I think after this Arsenal game, the delegation from Saudi would be visiting Newcastle City and have a meeting with Eddie Howe. And after that Bournemouth loss, एडी हाव को समन किया गया था with the for the board meeting.
Hmm.
So let's see, this summer would be a big, अगर आर्सेनल ने किया
Bottlers
बॉटल
ने
किया
फिर
तो
से
बॉटल
bottle
विल
किया
स्टे.
from quadruples to stay.
आर्टेटा तो फिर भी रखेगी या
I think
TIF.
I think it's going to be a very big talk. I think Arteta के contract renewals की बात चल रही थी, and for now there is no news कि क्या है, what the situation is. So only at the end of the season can anyone comment कि क्या होगा.
ड्रॉ होगा, सिक्सर भाई बोले ड्रॉ होगा लग रहा है. बलविंदर भाई, कॉन्फ्रेंस लीग फिलहाल तो लीड से खतरा है, ऊपर ना आ जाए. अब तो मतलब क्या है, एज आई सेड, थैंक्स टू निक वोल्टमाडा, वी आर नॉट दैट टॉटनम वाली स्थिति नहीं है हमारी. नाउ इट डजंट मैटर, ओनली आपको क्या हर स्पॉट का एक एक्स्ट्रा पैसा मिलता है. आप 12वें में फिनिश करोगे, थोड़ा एक्स्ट्रा
Hmm.
पैसा मिलेगा पर स्पॉट, एक्स्ट्रा पैसा मिल रहा है. और उससे क्या, उससे ज्यादा तो आई थिंक 2 million per spot. This is what you get. And I think I know it's an important part in FFP or SCR. हर स्पॉट का आपको 2 million एक्स्ट्रा मिलेगा, बट it's long gone story. It doesn't concern me anytime. Now I all want is समर में आपका रीबिल्ड कैसा है. व्हाट आर यू थिंकिंग, आर यू गोइंग फॉर स्टिल सेम द केवी भाई. पिछले साल जो हमारी मॉकरी हुई थी, द वन ऑफ द रीजन आई कैन जस्टिफाई इज वी डिडंट हैव द पोजीशन, वी डिडंट हैव स्पोर्टिंग डायरेक्टर, वी डिडंट हैव द CEO. Eddie Howe was looking transfers by himself, being a manager. Now this time it would be first time we would have a sporting director and as a CEO who would be looking at his transfers. और उन्होंने statements भी दे दी है. If anybody wants to go, it would be the first 20 days of summer window. If any clubs wants to come in first day, rather than it would, and we would not entertain any transfer requests, and the players would be living on our valuation, not on the other club evaluation, because we have the players under contract. And good thing we are having players under good contract situation, like Gordon, Tonali, they are under 5 years more left, so we can get best value out of them. क्योंकि यूनाइटेड बोल रहे थे 60 में गॉर्डन, 80 में टोनाली, वुड नॉट बी हैपनिंग सून.
No, I don't think so. That's way too low.
Newcastle United should aim with to win another domestic cup. Let's see. Focus fully on PL trash team to produce a comeback. Yes, exactly what KB Bhai said and what I am thinking. Other than अगर आपको यूरोपा मिलता है, then you can still make compromise. Considering 2.3 goals per game is diabolical relegation form. 100% it is. जब भी तो बोला निको वोल्टमाडा ने बचा दिया. अगर वो goals नहीं आते, we would be 100% KB Bhai. I'm thinking हम टॉटनम से ज्यादा struggle कर रहे होते. Tottenham would be saved from this narrative what is going on now. 6 game
Mhm.
away game from Nottingham, yeah, away from Nottingham, 2 away from Leeds. Partial relegation threat, but we are safe from relegation. When you see your rivals are above, you're provided being promoted season back. हाँ वो तो है ही. आप देखो ना लीड्स भी तो न्यूली प्रोमोटेड साइड है, वो भी अगर फिनिश कर रही है आपसे ऊपर, दैट मींस योर सीजन इज horrendous, very pathetic. Hello Mahesh bhai, what's up? Hello KV bhai. I don't know if Mahesh is a part of your streams anytime.
I
But
I remember him.
okay, thank you so much Mahesh tuning in. Sixer Trossard को start करेगा Arteta. What do you think?
Trossard को start करेगा possible है, but again, I feel that he should just start the same team that he started against Manchester City. I think that flow, अभी उसको touch मत करना. I think go with that flow as far as possible. उस momentum को लेकर रखो.
आपसे हाथ जोड़ के विनती है, आप जीत जाओ. That's on the team. No, manifesting a draw, Gyökeres, striker or Havertz. I think Havertz आपने
I
आंसर
think
दे दिया.
starting में Havertz and maybe second half Gyökeres.
Arsenal for life. Looked like a Rice convincing himself.
वो
Okay,
जो
about that
it's
clip.
not over.
Yeah. Arsenal 5, Newcastle 0. ऐसा तो नहीं होगा. एक मतलब 4-2, 3-1 could be an ideal
This is
situation.
a
I
bit
think ये होगा.
far-fetched theory,
Yeah.
far-fetched prediction.
Rice is going for England captain, Arsenal captain. He's going nowhere. Okay, yeah, KV Bhai said the same. What's up, Nathan Bhai? What's up? क्या हाल है आपकी? Nathan Abhishek Bhai. Yeah, thank you. KV Bhai कैसे हो? He is asking. KV Bhai, what's up? कनिष्क भाई कैसे? शर्की का कंपटीशन तो असली ब्रूनो ही है. Oh, Bruno Fernandes. Voltemada also wants to leave. I think he would be staying this summer. मुझे लगता है केवी भाई, if Voltemada leaves, no surprise he will do wonders in the Germany team in World Cup. And again, it would be the other way around. If leave Newcastle, then we would be, oh, we had a very good striker in hand and he left us.
Hmm.
So इसीलिए मुझे लगता है वीसा कि अभी कल ही न्यूज आया था, न्यूकासल इज ओके टू लेट गो वीसा ऑन अ हेवी लॉस व्हिच इज 15-20 मिलियन का भी बेड आता है. वी विल लेट हिम गो डिस्पाइट गेटिंग लास्ट समर फॉर 55, बट दे वांट टू होल्ड ऑन लाइक वोल्टाबाडा. क्रॉस स्पैमर की कमी है वहाँ. निक
नहीं है.
सीरिया वुड बी ह्यूज व्हेन क्रॉस स्पैमर की कमी है वहाँ. ही शुड गो टू एसी मिलान. दिस इज व्हाट बलविंदर भाई से. या परफेक्ट फॉर प्लेयर्स लाइक हिम. व्हेन केवी बाय टॉक्स पीपल लिसन. Yes, 100%. And that Jimenez flopped. ये किसकी बात कर रहे
इसकी बात है. मुझे
हैं?
नहीं पता.
बॉर्नमथ Hurricane type सही है. हाँ ट्रोल करो but it's a blessing in disguise. हाँ we have paved a comeback. बढ़िया slides है. Oh, okay, thank you so much Charles.
Really good slides, man. Really, really well prepared.
Yeah, but sorry, I didn't have many points. मेरा पता है क्या हुआ केवी भाई? As I told you, I need 5 minutes more. मैंने पूरा एक वो चार्ट प्रिपेयर किया था and I couldn't save it and it went. So this was my backup slide. So this I didn't have any points. And yesterday night, क्योंकि IPL भी चल रहा है ना, so I got totally blank. I'm not very associated with this channel, so I apologize if it was not a.
अभी तो राजस्थान अच्छा कर रही है वैसे IPL में.
Yeah.
Decent कर रही है.
So I apologize if it was not a very productive stream for you guys and to you,
But
KV
the
bhai, as
slides
well,
are perfect. If these are the backup slides, then I wonder what the first slides would look like. I don't work half as good as this.
No way Ben CSK letting Sky runs. Why does he this kind of happen? So अगले season आप लोग सिर्फ EPL खेल लेना. Yeah, exactly. This is what it is. मैं भी इसके अगर top 10 से बाहर हो तो just play EPL and we would be coming back very good. And this summer, KV भाई, sorry बस अभी मैं कम करता हूँ बंद. And I think this summer is a very big summer for Newcastle United in ages. Transfer POV से. Bigger than the biggest summer we would have since the takeover in last 15-20 years, I would say 15 years minimum, because we would be letting we would have मतलब 200 के million के आसपास we would have a sale, and we have some money from Champions League pot, I think 60 to 70, and we have Isaac money as well. So I think there would be a big turnaround. But only I want is now sign the players who you're going to throw on the field. अगर आपको bench पे बिठाने हैं, then don't sign the players. Now
Mm.
125 million
Fair.
strikers are sitting on the bench, which is very bad.
It's yeah, it's your redundant effort. Matlab, now like I'm surprised you Voldemort coming on last minute and all that. So yeah,
Yeah.
totally agree.
हम लोग 12-13 गेम्स खेल लेंगे केवी भाई सेंट जेम्स पार्क डब्ल्यू विन वाज आवर टर्निंग पॉइंट फर्स्ट हाफ ऑफ द सीजन गिव इमेंस कॉन्फिडेंस न्यूकासल is the horizon again for the next four.
That's good.
Charles,
That's a very
is
good
he an
point.
Arsenal supporter?
Yeah, he
Oh,
is.
okay. Hey, Truls, what's up? What's up? Welcome to the channel. What's up? How are you? Hey, all. Yeah, he is a Newcastle United supporter from Denmark. Denmark or
Wow.
Norway? Yeah, Christensen. Yeah. What's up? These players are bought right after buying them. The ex club won trophies. आप किसकी बात कर रहे हो?
Arsenal players, कुछ Arsenal players जो हैं उनकी जो ex teams है they won trophies like
Oh, okay, yeah, the
Sociedad
Rice,
and
like Rice आप West Ham से right away आप conference लेके आए थे हो या हाँ हाँ न्यूकासल डुब्राव का छोड़ा एंड रिग्रेटिंग सो हार्ड वो उसमें तो थ्योरी मतलब उसका पता है क्या हुआ James Trafford were almost done deal for Newcastle United, so they let go of
mm,
Dubravka. At last moment, City ने उनका वो जो है वो क्लॉज एक्टिव करके उसको ले आए. So we were gone.
mm,
और आपको पता ही है कि भाई what happened to us to this summer. So this is was also one part of the story. So we were rejected by everything. आप देखो हमारी first choice थे goalkeeper James Trafford. He got rejected because we
mm.
thought he almost done deal to Dubravka को let go किया. And then James Trafford नहीं आया. Then we went for Garcia. ये
Right.
बार्सिलोना वो उसने मना किया फिर
Mm.
शिवालियर तीन में से दो प्लेयर ऐसे हैं जो अब
Mm.
खेल भी नहीं रहे अपने क्लब पे रेगुलर शिवालियर ऑफ
Ah.
पीएसजी सो
I know, I know.
सो वी गॉट डिच्ड बाय एवरी साइड एंड 15 प्लेयर की लिस्ट है मैं आपको बता सकता हूँ कर्केज हॉयसन फ्रेम्पोंग एकिटिके डिलैप पेड्रो लिस्ट गोज ऑन इफ यू
I think
लुक एट
maybe Nishan Newcastle को अपना PR थोड़ा सा change करना पड़ेगा. Like they have to do something about that. They have a great stadium. They have a very loyal fan base.
yeah
They have enough pedigree and they have legacy also. But there is something that's missing. You know, like there's that
the
factor, that
pull,
last thing.
pull
You know,
factor is missing
uncertainty भी तो रहता है Newcastle का. We don't know where they're going to finish. They do well. They do well. They do well. They played against Barcelona this season. Now they're struggling at 14th in the table. So you know, like there is always that uncertainty कि पता नहीं क्या होगा. Whether it's going to be whether players के लिए भी है ना. Is this the next step for my career, or is this where I'm going to be?
yeah
Like वो है. Like I think when you go to Man United, when you go to Arsenal, I don't know Chelsea, but yeah, even Chelsea for that matter, because you know that you're going to get a chance at Chelsea to play big matches, big teams, and at the worst, you're not going to like fall off too far.
exactly
City,
exactly So this is
obviously, the
why I
other
think
clubs.
Tonali wants to live. It's not surprise because everybody wants to play a big matches in their life. So if he's leaving, I have nothing against him. The manner of leaving club should be a concern. The way what Isaac left was not a nice of him. If Tonali wants to leave,
Mm.
as the club said, आप जाओ हमें पहले बताओ. You cannot just show up on the field and so these things. But आपने जो right point of view, we don't have the pull. This shows we have the vision. The recruitment is there. The vision for the recruitment is there, but the execution is not good enough.
मैं तो कहता हूँ you should stop recruiting. You should start getting academy players in. You should start investing in academy players more. And like maybe धीरे धीरे करके your PR will change. It might become a place where you have Newcastle ऐसी टीम होनी चाहिए where players are fighting for their place in the playing 11. ऐसा नहीं है कि कि जो लाइक ये तो खेलेगा
आप
ही
देखो ना
खेलेगा.
सबसे हमारे हमारे रोटेशन पूरा सीजन निकाल दिया हमने सिर्फ 15 प्लेयर्स पे जस्ट 15 प्लेयर्स पूरा सीजन निकाल दिया वही प्लेयर रोटेट
हाँ.
हो जा रहे हैं बट दिस थिंग्स एज आई सेड दिस समर इज डिफरेंट हम जस्ट रॉस विल्सन आया सो वी हैव डन द फर्स्ट साइनिंग देयर इज अ गाय फ्रॉम इंडिपेंडेंटे दाल डेल वाई आपके पास दो ट्विंस भी है शायद उस उधर से एंड हिनकापी इज फ्रॉम दैट अकेडमी काइसेडो इज फ्रॉम दैट
हम्म.
अकेडमी हमने एक बंदा अभी साइन किया है योहान मार्टिनेज ही वुड बी कमिंग इन 27
हम्म.
and
हम्म.
he is something different. He could be a next big talk of the town, not a big thing, big talk of the town, especially for us. तो हम उस रूट पे अब जा रहे हैं. And why this is happening now? Because Ross Wilson is the guy जो बंदे scout करके लाता है Latin America से, like guys like Murillo in the forest, Danilo,
Mm,
those kind of
mm,
guys. So हम
mm,
तो हमने एक signing कर लिया, and exactly what he said, हमको academy को upgrade करना पड़ेगा. So now our CEO said like we could be competing for the Premier League in by 2030 or 2032. Why he said that? Because लोग हंसे उस पे. Now अभी कल ही मैं एक चीज देख रहा था. Our under 15 team is winning most of the things now, and they are beating
mm,
Liverpool, Manchester City. So I think the pipeline is there. Maybe उस pipeline को देखते हुए वो बात कर रहे हैं. That is why they are making those claims. हमारे अकेडमी से प्लेयर्स आते हैं. वी डिडंट टॉक अबाउट द लुइस माइली. आई थिंक लुइस माइली कुड आल्सो स्टार्ट एट राइट बैक. दिस इज व्हाट आल्सो बिकॉज़ वो खेला राइट बैक. दैट
mm,
आई हैव प्लेड एवरीवेयर.
mm.
हमारे पास लॉन्ग स्टाफ था, एंड वी हैड आल्सो दैट एलियट एंडरसन midfield. Elliot
Yeah.
Anderson we have to sell. So these were the guys from our academy. In short, it is all about style of play. KV by it's so delicately poised that challenge in the front of this team is a completely new this season. The change of this style add in Jordi up. Okay, I want to change of the style of play. I couldn't comprehend it well. Can you? आपको समझ आया कि I couldn't
In
comprehend it well.
short, it's all about style of play, delicately poised that the challenge in front of this team is completely new this season. Change the style of play. I think he's talking about your style of play. I think
Okay,
you
okay,
also
okay.
discussed about it.
Yeah,
That how you're scoring goals, but then you're eventually conceding more than what you're scoring. So I think it's all down to style of play, how you do that.
unlike Kepa and Pop, of course, he was answering how to feel. Chelsea जैसा मत बोलो जिंक्स हो जाओगे. तीसरा मैनेजर ही एक सीजन में है इनका. If we perform well, KVI, I feel even the home crowd will be energized for Atletico, Fulham, etc. Yeah. हाँ, ये तो है ही. अगर आप ये गेम जीतते हो ना, हम तो
Great.
बैक ऑन ट्रैक. फिर आपको वो होता है, आप बोल रहे हो आपका फैन बेस टिमिड लग रहा है. दे वुड नॉट बी टिमिड एनीमोर बिकॉज
Mhm.
दिस
Yeah.
ओके डिस्पाइट द फॉर्म न्यूकासल है, बट दिस हर कोई न्यूकासल को खेलने पे डरता, मतलब नॉट डरना, मतलब लगता है ना इट्स अ टीम विच कैन डू अपसेट फॉर द क्लब. सो स्पेशली द बिग क्लब्स लाइक मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड, सिटी, दे ऑलवेज फियर be upset हो सकता है when they
Fair.
are playing against Newcastle. So this win is a big W for you guys. In Jordy bro, don't you follow True Jordy? What do you feel about his content? मैं दूसरे जो channels हैं उनको follow करता हूँ because sometimes I think that True Jordy is a agenda driven guy. We won't win against Arsenal. We were so crap at the moment. I think we will lose all 5 games. We have left hope note though.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
but I don't think so. We will lose all 5. But I don't have any hopes from this game as well. Maximum 2 wins we can take. That this is what I believe. So hello all. What's up? Welcome to the channel. I think you're first. What language you Spanish fellas speaking? No, we don't. We are not Spanish though. KVY, yeah, आप Latino लग रहे हो maybe to this guy. No,
No, no, no.
rather than play to it. We had Ashworth when we got a Tonali to be Dan Ashworth is gone to Manchester United as of now. We have no prem trash teams left to play, to be honest. Uh, hello. What's up, Rajit Bhai? Hey, Truls, good to see you back here. Okay, he's also in Newcastle United. Oh, आपको दिख भी क्या होगा? He's a Newcastle United supporter as well. Hey, Rajit, and they are talking among themselves. I am halfway out. He has lost the dressing room, and there's no turning back from that. Yeah, this is what I was saying, KV bhai. Because
Mm,
मैच में players ने दिखाया ही नहीं that they are playing for something. कोई भाग तक नहीं रहा था. So which is very concerning. We are missing a elite manager in my opinion. I guess मुझे भी लगता है. But we are finishing. We are done. How it doesn't play youth. That's the issue there. Exactly. Why you gonna sign
mm.
अगर आप उनको फील्ड पे लगाओगे नहीं. हेलो कनिष्क भाई, व्हाट्सअप शाइन भाई, वेलकम टू द सीन, थैंक यू सो मच. लास्ट क्वेश्चन, वी आर डन. आपसे केवी भाई, इट्स फॉर न्यूकासल यूनाइटेड टू बी सॉरी अबाउट दैट. आपको लगता है अगर एडी हाउ जाता है, इरियोला की टॉक्स आ रही थी, बट आई एम नॉट कन्विंस्ड विद दैट थिंग बिकॉज आप एडी हाउ को जाने दोगे, फिर यू ब्रिंग सेम काइंड ऑफ अ गाय. आई डोंट थिंक सो इट्स फीसिबल फॉर न्यूकासल. आइदर आप यू गो फॉर बिग अपग्रेड, और अगर आपको ये गेम अभी खेला है, देयर इज नथिंग अबाउट रॉन्ग अबाउट एडी हाउ, आई गेस.
I think there is only so much that Newcastle can do to change the situation right now. Iraola अगर आता है, It all depends on how he, like Truls was saying, how he manages the dressing room with the kind of players that he has. He has done very well with Bournemouth. Now, does Iraola want to come to Newcastle is also a question. I mean, I feel Newcastle has become a club, and I say it with the deepest respect, where players prove themselves and move on to bigger teams.
Yeah,
It
stepping stone
is a
club.
proving ground. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is a proving ground. They come, they play, they hope to get a better deal, they move. And I think, sad to say, the same thing is with the manager also. I think Eddie Howe's reputation is because of Newcastle. What he did last couple of seasons. I think Iraola right now what he's done with Bournemouth is a referendum to how good he is, as
Yeah.
how the style of play that he does. He beat Arsenal at home, he beat Newcastle, and Bournemouth are doing pretty well. Where are they? Bournemouth are
I
currently
think they would be playing
seventh.
Europe next season.
Yeah, they're in the running for the Europa League, and they're on 49 points right now. They're one behind Brighton. They're ahead of Chelsea, 1 point ahead of Chelsea, and they could even qualify for. I mean, if things go insanely their way, they even have like a mathematical chance to qualify Champions League. And a
Yes.
crazy result for someone like Bournemouth.
Yeah, and
Iraola, if
despite
he
losing
comes
the player
to
like Zabarni, Hoysen, Kerkes after that.
if Iraola comes to Newcastle, he starts from square one again. Why would he want to do that?
Yes.
Why would
Yeah.
why would he want to come to Newcastle after doing the job that he did at Bournemouth, getting them into European place, and now not playing Europe with Newcastle? Now having to do the same thing with Newcastle for what? If Iraola wants to go to a club, he'll go to a big club. He'll go to a club where he'll get he has the chance to play UCL and prove himself in even bigger leagues. Not go a step backward. Right now, if Newcastle does not qualify for Europe, like for I mean Europa League or Champions League, it is a step back for Iraola. So I doubt whether he'll take that. He could, if the it depends on what his priority is also. As a manager, कुछ लोगों की priority होती है ठीक है मैं एक club से दूसरे club I'm not going to stick around for too long. I'm going to go around, be a project manager, settle things down, and get things done. But I mean, it depends on what his priority is. And I think that Iraola right now in his career would not want to take a step back, which I feel it would be.
Okay. So thank you so much everybody who tuned in. Please I think everybody knows KV Bhai. If you have not KV Bhai ko aap subscribe kare. Subscribe to KV Reacts and KV Plays as well if you are a gamer gaming geek.
Yeah,
And subscribe to Indian Geordie. Sorry about if it was not a productive stream for you guys, but thank you so much for tuning in. Please like the stream, subscribe to the channel Indian Geordie and KV Reacts. It is pinned in the description section. And thank you so much, KB Bhai, for coming in. Thank you so much.
no worries, man.
And I apologize to everybody if it was not a productive for you guys, but I try my best. And thank you so much.
Nah,
Let's
I had a good conversation. I had a really good conversation. I feel that it was necessary after
uh,
the City game and trying to discuss what's going to happen versus Newcastle.
okay, yeah, and सबका अपना style होता है. This is the way I talk. I see the football, and I'm learning, and especially KB Bhai knows I'm new to this thing, so I'm just trying to learn this content creation
No, no,
stuff.
no, you're doing a great job, man. You're doing a great
And
job making your mark.
also KB bhai, I think FPL mein, just the last thing, FPL I'm getting very good at it. I think thanks to you, one of the initial insights. Last week mera 135 आया pointer, so I think I did good job. So
Are you sure you didn't play each and every single double game player? Because you're going to need a free hit or something like that
I,
to have a playing 11 this time.
I have a free hit as well. मेरे अभी भी 2 chips और पड़ी है. So I use them
But
that way.
then you're fine. Then that's perfect. Then
Yeah.
that's
And
perfect.
if anybody's interested in FPL, please watch it on his streams. Just a game prior or a same day stream होता है आपका या एक game day prior होता है?
One day before, a day before, usually at night. So, apna you can share your teams in the Discord channel,
Yeah.
and we'll
So
try and figure
if
out what the best combination
Eddie
could
Bhai
be
as
for
well,
that particular
another
game.
Arsenal fan, and he has a great insight as well. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and please like the stream, subscribe and enjoy the KV Rex. Thank you so much. See you until next time. How with the lads.